Okay, so we're here once again in Sword Factory X, and today we're going to be going over all of the changes to the boss spawns board, as well as when you can now expect quad spawns to actually happen. So as you can see right now, we actually have a randomizer active on the super luck boss spawns and stuff like that. So basically, usually you can actually expect this to be around 5, 15, 25 and 35. However, this is actually added on to the actual start of the server. So basically, when you have a quad spawn happen or a new server and these luck actually reset, basically it can have a randomizer anywhere between like 0 and I think it goes all up to like 40 or something like that. So basically what this does is it actually changes around when the actual boss spawn will happen. So basically, in simple terms, you can expect to see your total boss spawns for a quad spawn be anywhere between 1,870 and it could be all the way above 1,900 if you are in one of those unlucky servers. So make sure when you do join a new server or when a quad spawn happens, you are actually checking out when this randomizer happens. I know it has caught a couple people out and some people do get confused about it. But basically this was introduced as a little sniping prevention. Obviously it doesn't exactly work too well, however it is just kind of a good one, just to basically kind of randomize when the boss spawns happen. Obviously then some snipers might miss out on stuff like that. So make sure when you do actually join a new server, you are checking out what this randomizer has been set to, just so then you don't miss out on the quad spawn and you actually know when the actual boss spawn will happen. So again, for the total boss spawns, basically the boss can pretty much spawn anywhere between 1,850 spawns all the way up to around 1,920 spawns, so make sure you are active during that time. Now another new change to this boss spawn board is the timer down here. So basically this is when the next boss will spawn, and as you can see, this usually is set to 15 seconds for every single boss spawn. However, now it is randomized anywhere between 10 seconds and 20 seconds, meaning then that the actual total time it takes for a quad spawn to happen is completely randomized once again. So as you can see there, that one actually randomized onto 15. However, once this does take over again, it will be a completely random number, anywhere between 10 and 20. And basically that means then that your boss spawn can actually spawn anywhere between 8 hours and 10 hours, and maybe even a little bit over that, just in case you are unlucky enough. Yeah, basically, beforehand it was more or less around every 8.5 hours, maybe 9 hours for a boss spawn or a quad spawn to happen. However, now it's more or less around the 8-hour mark to the 10-hour mark, just to keep it completely randomized. So make sure you are definitely checking out how long this actually takes. As you see, that one's going all the way up to 20 there, the maximum amount. I'm not sure if it can go over that. I'm pretty sure 20 on this timer is the max. But yeah, basically make sure that you are basically active for the whole 2 hours that the boss spawn could happen, because you might end up missing out on it if you have been in the server for quite a long time. So again, basically your total server age might be around the 8-hour mark all the way up to the 10-hour mark when the quad spawn happens. So make sure you are probably setting a timer on your phone or something for 8 hours, and then come back and check, see how close the quad spawn is to happening. If it's really far away from happening, then it most likely will take another hour, maybe even 2 hours if you are unlucky enough. But yeah, basically that is all of the changes to the boss spawn board so far. So basically when you can expect a quad spawn to happen is anywhere between 8 and 10 hours. And also if your total boss spawns is around 1,850 all the way up to 1,920, give or take a couple, maybe like a 10 or so on each side. But yeah, hopefully this helps. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.